So, three seniors?
Yep, 3 seniors and 4 juniors there. So,
And Coach Stacy, thank you for being here.
I appreciate it. I love coming on. It's an enjoyable time for us to come on.
And congratulations on the win last night. Big comeback win over Northview Academy and
Regional opponent, so it helps us out preparing for games in district and on the regionals. So
y'all had quite the improvement this year, record-wise. I know
Yes.
also on the field, and ended up 16-16 overall.
Yep, I'm pretty excited about that. What's really good about it is, like, as you can see, we have a small senior class and a small junior class, so we're very heavy when it comes to sophomores and freshmen, and this group right here has done a fantastic job of learning from the groups we've had in the past couple of years of how to lead, and they've just built on that and really built a program for us to go into the future too.
Walter?
What is your background in baseball, and how long have you been at Clinton, and where have you been previous to this, and where did you play baseball
Yeah,
at?
so this is my 3rd year at Clinton. I played at Daniel Boone High School, located in Gray, Tennessee, up in the Tri-Cities. When I got done playing there, I played 2 years at Brevard College in North Carolina. At the time, we were Division II. And then I transferred out of there and played at the University of Pikeville, which is NAIA. And then I coached there for 2 years. And then after that, I came home and owned a gym for 10 years. Still worked with baseball players on strength and conditioning, and worked with some area guys that were scouts and some area college coaches. And then really just told myself, this isn't really what I want to do. I know I want to be with guys and grow them as men and be around the game of baseball more than I just was doing. And took that step forward, went back to get my master's, and started helping at Crockett High School, which is a rival of Boone, and then found myself here at Clinton and couldn't be happier.
Our phone lines are open. If you have a question or a comment for Coach Stacy or some of these young Dragons here with us, let's go ahead and meet them right now. We have with us Connor Moody, Andrew Warshaw, Ethan Martell, Ethan Tinker, Eli Ellis, and Jackson Stiltner. And guys, if you would, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everyone what class you're in and what position you play.
Go ahead, Martell.
I'm a senior at Clinton High School. I play left field.
That's Ethan Martell. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Last year was my first year playing baseball, so it's still new to me, but I'm starting to get the hang of it this year.
My name is Andrew Warshaw. I'm a pitcher for Clinton High School. I just transferred from Laney High School in Wilmington, North Carolina. Currently injured, was for most of the season, but happy to start again my senior year.
I'm Connor Moody, senior, and I play center field and catcher.
My name's Jackson Stiltner. I'm a junior, and I play right field.
My name is Eli Ellis. I'm a junior. I play shortstop, and I also transferred from South Dual this year.
My name is Ethan Tinker, and I'm going to be honest, I just play pretty much everywhere. And I am a junior.
Well, Ethan, let's go with Ethan Martell. Ethan, if you would, you just finished the season last night, regular season, and you get ready to go into tournament play. You got Anderson County Friday night, but just go ahead and talk about your senior season this year and your thoughts going into the tournament.
Yes, sir. I think compared to last year, we really did a lot of progress in building the program. And going into AC Friday night, I think we can take that one home with us, and which will be good to have if Halls and AC goes at it and then we play Halls. I think going in with a win and being able to having one to spare will help us a lot.
Andrew, I know you're injured this year. You played some games earlier in the season, and it was a big blow to the team and to lose you. And I'm sorry you got injured, but you got a lot of potential, and looking forward to coming back next year. Just talk about your performance this year earlier in the season.
Well, to start off this season, I was performing pretty well and happy at the time. There was, I think, 2 games that I pitched in that I got to come in relief in one and start the other one. But moving forward, I get to start physical therapy soon, and I'm just happy to be rooting for my team on the sidelines.
Connor, talk about your performance this year, your senior year, and your thoughts going into Friday night with the rival Anderson County.
Yes, sir. We're looking forward to Friday night. We've had some good practice this week, and we just came off of a win. And we've stepped up since last year and just came back because last year we weren't all there win-wise. But this year we've just really practiced hard, and we took the off-season really, really well. And we're looking forward to Friday. So.
Talk about that comeback win last night.
Yeah. We just played our game of ball, played small ball. We started off slow and ended up playing our type of ball the last 3 innings, and that's how we ended up coming back and winning.
Coach Stacy scored 9 runs in the 6th inning on 7 hits.
Yep, yeah, it was very, very exciting. But like Connor talked about, our brand of baseball is barrels, bases, and bunts. So our goal is to get somebody on, move them over, and hopefully someone finds a barrel. And in the meantime, if we don't do that, try to steal some bags. That's something we've done exceptionally well this year is stealing bases. We're at 157 right now as a team. So, but that's our style of baseball, and it's fun to play. But the guys, sometimes they'll buy into it, sometimes they don't. But when they do, it's exciting to watch them play because they get very excited about it, and they perform very well when they do it.
Coach Stacy, this is your 3rd year as the head coach of the Dragons. Your first year was the COVID season, and that was shut down after, was it 1 game, I think?
Yep, 3 games. 3 games.
3 games.
Yep.
So really, this is just your 2nd season playing ball, and
Yep.
You had those guys, some of those juniors up there started out with you.
Yep. So it was upsetting. Obviously, COVID was upsetting. I think it was more of a mental blow to kids and just people and adults in general as far as sports-wise goes than we actually realize, especially getting out in another season and a season after a season where you had to have some COVID regulations still. But last year was like a very big building block for us. The seniors that were here last year, they worked tirelessly in the weight room. They really gave them a really good role model for these guys to build off. And the best thing about our class last year was they kept encouraging this class right here and these guys that you're going to be good, you're going to be better. This is a building year. We know that. Like, we're here for your support. And it's good to see them in the crowd pulling for them too. So we have a lot of alumni now coming back to the games.
Let's go to Ethan Tinker. Ethan, talk about your performance this year on the field and also on the mound, and your thoughts going into Friday night.
Well, I finally brought in as myself as like a team player, so I just go wherever I fit and wherever I need to be. I've played every single position out there on the field this year, and pitching, I think I did pretty good to help my team out. I'm not a fast pitcher. I just let him hit the ball, let my defense make plays because I trust them. And going into Friday, I think we're going to do really good. I think we're going to come out with this win.
Eli, you mentioned you're a transfer from South Doyle, so go ahead and talk about coming to Clinton and your performance this year on the field.
Yeah, coming here, it was a really different environment from where I'd come from, but in a good way. It was more of a small town feel, and everybody's a little bit closer to each other here. But I think that it's really come together well as a team. I think we're starting to really get things going and play our type of ball at the right time. I think things will go well on Friday for us.
And let's go to our next junior here, Jackson Stiltner.
This season, all around, is a big improvement from last season. I love each and every one of these guys. But this season, done a pretty good job in the outfield. Hitting wise, more of a small ball, gap to gap type of guy. Not a home run hitter, but every now and then I'm able to find a barrel.
You made some good catches out there in right field.
Yeah, he has.
This season.
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, I got another question for you here, and it's a one-word answer. Just you can only use one word to describe Coach Stacy, and you can only use that word once. So, who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Determined.
Determined. Okay.
Impactful.
Impactful.
Hardworking.
Intimidating.
Intimidating. Oh, you can't use that word. You only use it once.
Passionate.
Passionate.
Yeah, I was going to say passionate. Role model.
Oh my. Okay. That's 2 words, but we'll let you slide. That's a good one though. Role model. Y'all are a good role model for these kids, Coach Stacy, and I saw a lot of improvement in the program since you've been there, both on the field and off, and also in the weight room.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a big passion of mine. It has been ever since I was their age, and that's when I first found the weight room. Was about 12 years old. I found it in my basement, and I've loved it ever since. And it's treated me well. So and I wanted to share that with kids at our high school and share it with our baseball team. It's those words, those guys don't realize that means a lot to me. That's the first things that come to their mind, and I'll be the first one to always say, we had a really tough practice today. I'll be the first one to say that I don't tell them how good they are that much, but that's because I want them to work that much harder. And if they only knew how much I thought of them on a daily basis.
Walter?
Well, it seems like, I guess, you have an in-house strength coach and yourself being a health studio person for all those years, and that probably gives you a head start where that's concerned.
Oh, yeah. All the programs that I was building and dealing with and the certifications that I had when I was owning the gym, I think the last time I got one was number 15. I had about 15 different certifications from all over the world traveling. It really helped. That's something like as a coach coming in, like I knew that was a burden I didn't have to bear. So it made things a lot easier.
Looks like we got a call coming in. We got these earbuds here. One of them works, I know.
We'll try. We'll try them all here, Slee.
Let's grab this call here. Go ahead, caller. You're on the locker room chat.
Hello, Stacy.
Who is this?
Anthony.
Anthony Hinkle.
Where have you been? You missed the last 4 or 5
I know. Rob, great job last night, and I hope you guys win on Friday.
I appreciate it, Anthony. You don't realize that the guys were asking about you when they.
Yeah, I know. I will be there Friday.
They said you better be here.
Yep.
Be there Friday night.
I know.
All right. Well, we definitely going to need to see you there.
Love you.
I love you too,
Bye.
brother.
Thanks for calling in, Anthony. And Coach Stacy, Clinton, they've not been to the region tournament since 2005. I think it's Coach Alvin Taylor's last season. And since then, you're the 4th head coach that's come along after Coach Taylor. He had his son Casey, and then you had Coach Collette, and Coach Matt Bird.
Yep.
And then you came in following him. And what would that mean to the program? I know it's a little bit, the road's a little bit easier this year. It's not easy, but it's easier to get to the region with only 4 teams as opposed to, they went to 4 classifications. But your thoughts going into the district tournament?
The big thing is it's crazy that the last time that we've been there is 05, and me and Alvin have talked about that, is 2005 is when I graduated high school. And me and Coach Lockard talked about this history too, that my junior year in 2004, we were one game away. I played basketball too, and we were one game away from coming to Clinton to play Clinton in basketball. It had been my first time seeing Clinton. So to know that we haven't been to regionals since I was a senior in high school is very meaningful to me. Coach Taylor means a ton to me. I look at him as a role model. I wear his number. A lot of people don't know that. I wear his number, and as a paying tribute to him. Number 44.
Yeah, 44.
And
yeah.
that's a little secret give back that I give to him. He picked up on it one game, but it's going to meet one of our goals that we've had this year. One of our goals this year for me and Eli talked before the season was our one of our goals was to get to 16. Get to 16. It's all we talked about. Get to 16. We had some individual goals too that we've met. Connor Moody broke the high school stolen base record. Right now he sits at 46 stolen bases. So he's also moved into the state rankings all time for stolen bases. And those are just and the best thing I can tell you about this team, and then just the attitude of them. When he was 5 away, or I think it was 6, I started a countdown, and when he'd come in the dugout, I'd look at him. I say, "You 6," and he didn't know what I was talking about. And then I said 5, and then I said 4, and I said 3, and I said 2, and then I said 1. And I think it was around 2. He goes, "What are you talking about?" I said, "You're 2 stolen bases away from breaking it."
That the
and I believe
single season?
Yep. And I can't remember who we were playing, but he turns to me dead serious and goes, "Coach, I'm just trying to win this game." And that's the attitude that this team has took over. And for me, it wasn't about the award. For me, I wanted him to have something that he set his sights on that. He talked to Bubba Owens, who played here, and that was the guy that held the record. He talked to Bubba at an alumni game, and as soon as I heard it come out of his mouth, I remembered. And I wanted to motivate him to get something that he's seen. And it's good for them, especially at their age, to have a goal and then meet that goal and see that hard work pays off. But as far as the regions, that's one of our goals. It'll be huge for our baseball program to get to that point, and we think that the district tournament has set up ourselves in a position that we're going to have success with our pitching staff, and we're very confident in that. We played Halls very tough. We had them on the ropes the last game. Led off with a win against AC, kind of dropped the ball game too. It was a big atmosphere at home, and we've learned from that mistake. Went to AC and left double-digit runners on base and still lost 7-4. So if we just scored a quarter of those runs, we win that game. But we've got to play a little bit cleaner baseball, and that's our identity: is pitching, defense, run the bases. Pitching, defense, run the bases, and I preach it to them every single day. And if we don't do one of those 3 phases, it's going to be hard to win the game. And if you don't do any of them, you're probably not going to win. So they're focused. That's something we worked on in practice today. So
yeah, we've been joined by another senior for the Clinton High Dragons, and it's Blake Lowe. And Blake, thank you for being here. And if you would go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everyone what position you play and what grade you're in.
I'm Blake Lowe. I'm a senior at Clinton High School, and I play the corners and I pitch a little bit and catch a little bit.
And so what's your thoughts on your season this year? How did you think you felt you performed?
I felt we've played pretty good. A couple of games could have gone either way. Still learning how to win those close games. And then when we filled the ball and pitched good and moved people over, I think we're a pretty solid team.
But individually, how you feel about your season?
I started a little slow on the mound, and then the weight room in the off season got me hitting pretty nice. Found some barrels, good things happen, and then Moody right here get on base, and I just hit him in.
And Blake, you're a four-year starter, pretty much. I think 4-year player for the Dragons. Coach Stacy came in, I think it was your sophomore year.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to ask you the question I ask these guys here Can you describe Coach Stacy in one word?
Determined.
Determined. I think we already had that word. Let's go ahead. Can't use the same word, but.
Let me think of one. Y'all use passionate? Really expand the vocabulary right here. Scary. Y'all use scary?
Scary. What's
Inspirational.
inspiration?
That'll work.
That's a good one. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take our first break tonight. We'll end on that inspirational comment. So that's a good one to go out on. So we'll be right back to visit some more with these Dragons, and you're watching the Locker Room Chat.
Alexander Guesthouse Senior Living is Oak Ridge's secret to senior care. Our all-inclusive assisted living and memory care offers 24-hour care, medication management, laundry services, housekeeping services, and assistance with activities of daily living. At Alexander, we treat your loved ones like our loved ones. Our Jackson Suites are $2,000 a month. To schedule a tour, give us a call at 865-294-5489. Alexander Guesthouse, Oak Ridge's secret to senior care.
Sorry I'm late. It's been a long day turning wrecks into checks. Hey, why are the Osbears in the kitchen cooking dinner?
Oh, hey Tim. Welcome home. You've been so busy icing the insurance company. They're here to remind you it's hockey season. Hey Tim, can you pass me the ketchup?
Sure.
Thanks.
No problem.
Hey Tim, do you want a burger?
I do.
Medium well?
Yes. Well, that's how the Osbears roll.
Shot by Timo Bam, he scores!
At Earl Duff Subaru, providing exceptional customer service is what we do best, and we've got the awards to prove it. We've been recognized as Tennessee's only 9-time winner of the Love Promise Customer Commitment Award. And again this year, we also earned the Love Promise Community Commitment Award given for enhancing the areas we serve. At Earl Duff Subaru, we're more than just a car lot. We're a retailer you can love and one that gives back to local causes. Check out our reviews and come to Earl Duff Subaru.
Take I-40 to exit 356 to our brand new location on Gallaher Road in Kingston, or see our online specials at duffsubaru.com.
At Roan Medical Center, we are committed to serving this community and providing the best possible care for our patients. We have 20 medical specialists on staff representing all areas of care in a clean and safe environment. You don't have to go out of town to receive excellence in outpatient services, so please don't delay. The care you deserve is right here, right now. For the moments of need, we are here for you.
Welcome back into the Locker Room Chat. We're visiting with the head coach of the Clinton Dragons, Rob Stacy. And Coach Stacy, talk a little bit about your staff.
So we've got several really quality coaches. I'll talk first off about one that's not with us, but was with us all 2 years that he was here, and then fall semester is Jackson Arnold. He's actually we hooked him up and got him a pitching coach job at King University. So he's the pitching coach at King University, and he's fantastic young head coach, very energetic, and just a good person to have around kids. Griffin Tate, who played at Johnson University, took over that role as one of the pitching coaches. We actually have 2 pitching coaches, which is exciting. Fantastic person, great work ethic, great around kids, and just a good role model for kids. Clay Turpin, who actually is a teacher in the school, he just got done playing for Johnson University last year as a pitcher. Was one of their top guys, and he's pitching coach for us as well, and works with Tate. Him and Tate kind of go over together. One calls pitches, one does a scouting report during the game. And then Alan Childs, fantastic guy that we added. His mom actually teaches at the school, Miss Childs, Renee Childs, and Alan is a former service member for the Army. Actually jumped out of planes and parachuted and did the cool stuff, I guess you could say. But having him around, and his work ethic is fantastic around the kids too. He's our head JV coach. And then Blake Witt. Blake Witt came on this year. He played at South Doyle for Robbie Howard and played at Hiwassee and played a little independent ball. But fantastic to have around the guys. Has a little boy too, and he brings him along to practice, and kind of just adds to the atmosphere of family at our school.
Yeah.
So
glad you mentioned that. You have a family as well, and I know you're your wife, Brittany's expecting another one, but if you would go ahead and just talk about your family.
Yeah, I've got a little boy, Rylan. His name's Rylan Hudson. That's his middle name, and I guess he gets called Hudson more than he does Rylan, because when me or Brittany are upset, we're yelling Hudson. So he's a little spitball. He's a little fire.
5?
Yeah, well, he's 6 now.
6?
He's 6. He plays t-ball. He's going to try to play a little basketball this year. He's been taking swimming lessons. He does a little bit of everything, and he's a little artist too. And his best friend sitting over on the couch, Tinker. That's his best buddy. So he loves him some Tinker.
Everybody loves Tinker. Everybody loves Tinker.
Then in July, we're going to be adding a little boy. His name's Ridge, and I think Brittany's going to kill me. I'm going to say this on air, but it's going to be Ridge Copeland. We played a kid this past year, played for Lebanon High School. His name was Copeland, and I just thought it was the coolest name, and Brittany thought it was a cool name too. So we decided that's what we're going to do. We actually got the name Ridge from a pitcher that pitched at South Carolina when we went to go watch as their closer, and they announced him, and I looked at her, and this is about 8 years ago, and I said that'll be one of our son's names. So kind of just all in baseball. Rylan's last name, I'm an A's fan, is after Tim Hudson, so that's where he got his middle name at. But
I know Rylan's a ball player.
Yeah.
I can tell by looking at him, and but you're also you're a South Carolina fan, aren't you? In baseball.
Yeah. I'm hoping Coach Kingston. I'm not going to be the typical fan and bash a coach, because I know I get bashed by fans too. So I'm going to try to be encouraging and say I hope that Coach Kingston can turn it around and get it back on track in South Carolina. But a good friend of mine lives down there, and that's where I kind of started my passion for him when I was in college. And I love their football coach right now. I think Shane Beamer is fantastic. I listen to all his interviews. I listen to all the stuff he talks about. He's the real deal as far as a person for the athletes that he recruits and coaches. And of course, he gets that from Frank Beamer. And my family's actually all Virginia Tech fans, because my grandfather played football at Virginia Tech. So I'm the lone wolf of that family.
Walter?
As long as you're not for Florida, that's all.
Yeah, not a Florida fan. Not a Florida fan. Don't hate UT. I love watching Coach Vitello and the Vols. Just didn't grow up I just didn't grow up in that environment. So
41-4.
It's amazing. I told these guys I went to the South Carolina series, and everybody talks about the home runs and guys throwing 105. But I said what I really watched in that game, because I like going to Vanderbilt and watch Coach Corbin too. That's what we try to model our team after is Vanderbilt. Was that it was a situation in the South Carolina series on a Sunday. A guy hits a home run, another guy hits a home run, guy walks. The next guy was supposed to bunt, and Tony come unglued in the dugout. He came out and said, "What are you doing?" And that's just part of his philosophy. He had pressure the whole time, and I love it. I love what he does. Some people aren't fans, but if you're a baseball guy, I think you're a fan of it.
Right.
Okay, I guess I want to talk to some of the seniors and talk about their future plans, your memories of so far playing for Clinton and that sort of thing, from left to right.
Connor, I'll start it off. Connor Moody. Some of your memories and what else?
Some of your memories at Clinton.
Oh, yeah.
Your memories and your plans. Are you going to possibly play in college?
Yes, sir. I'm planning to play on college, either football or baseball. I haven't decided yet, but my 4 years at Clinton have been great. Ever since Coach Stacy got here, he's just really taught me how to be a man and just really just pushed me in the weight room, because I was never really dedicated into the weight room like I am now. But I'm very thankful for him and him being my coach.
And how long have you been playing baseball?
Probably since I was 5, since T-ball. So
you've definitely been around it a while.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a favorite sport? I know you play football. Do you have a favorite sport, a football or a baseball, or just love them both?
I'm a big golf fan.
Golf, okay. There you go. How'd you do in the Dragon football? Did you participate in that golf tournament?
No, I didn't play in that. my golf buddies, they chose some other people than me, but it's okay. We're going to talk about it.
Yeah. Is Blake in it?
No, he's terrible at golf.
Well, Blake, if you would go ahead and talk about some of your memories at Clinton and what your plans are for the future.
For my future, I've decided I want to study business and sports management, and I've not decided where I'm going to go yet. Study that and want to play baseball. And then one of my favorite memories is freshman year. It was a big district game. I remember Chase Walker came up to me. I was a little nervous. Freshman, that lead off. I remember coming up to me, he goes, if I have confidence in you, why don't you have confidence in yourself? That really stuck with me.
Uh-huh.
You want to say that one more time?
Yeah.
Well, I have decided to study sports management / business in college. I haven't decided where yet. And then one of my best memories is freshman year, big district game, and I'm a little nervous, little freshman batting leadoff. And Chase Walker comes up to me, he goes, if I have confidence in you, why don't you have it in yourself? And that just really stuck with me.
And you have any offers in baseball?
I have an offer from KCU, and then I'm talking with the University of Pikeville right now.
What's KCU? Where's that?
Kentucky Christian University.
Okay. And Coach Stacy played at Pikeville, right?
Yep. Yep.
So I'm sure you guys
got a little connection there.
Yeah. And Ethan Martell, another senior for Clinton. Talk about your plans for graduation. After graduation, what you plan on?
I'm still really undecided, which is pretty bad. But I mean, what I want to major in is probably health science. I've been thinking a lot about sport, being a trainer or a cryotherapy. But I'm still undecided on the school, really.
Walter?
And who has been your, I guess, arch rival team to play so far this year?
Probably Anderson County since I came there. I moved to Clinton.
Okay.
Last year.
I would say Oak Ridge because my freshman year, my junior year, my freshman year we put them out in district, and the year before that we did the same thing, so it's always been that clash there. And that's our rival in basketball too, so we'd always like to have a good game with them.
Yeah, I'm going to say Oak Ridge too, same as Blake. We put them out in freshman year from districts. It kind of just sparked something because we always had that rivalry with them, and we'd always talk crap to each other. So.
And do y'all play between all of y'all? Are y'all multiple sports players, or I think some of you guys are, but
Yes, sir. I play football and baseball.
Okay.
I just play baseball.
And rec league basketball.
And I'm the all-time scoring leader in South Clinton basketball history.
Okay.
Well, I heard. How many points did you average this year?
Believe it or not, averaged 55.
55?
55.
Wow.
That's lying. It's 26.
Maybe 15.
Did your team win the championship?
They were kicked out.
We were actually kicked out of the league. Matt and Connor's competitiveness got the best of us, and we talked a little bit too much, I guess, and they just couldn't handle it.
That'll happen over at South Clinton. I think one of my men's league's team we got thrown out of the league there one year. So
if you're averaging 55 points a game, I think you ought to be able to talk as much as you need to.
There we go.
Ethan Martell, you mentioned you transferred from Anderson County.
Yes, sir.
Did you play any sports at AC?
I only played football there. I've tried baseball before, and then when I came to Clinton, Coach Stacy was one of the first people I met, and he pushed me towards trying it.
You also played football at Clinton, right?
Yes, sir.
I believe you had an injury last year.
Yes, sir. I tore my labrum and shattered my shoulder bone.
And do you have any other hobbies when you're not playing ball? Or?
Really, just beating Connor in golf.
Beating Connor in golf? Okay. Connor, what's your hobbies away from the field?
It's definitely not losing to Martell in golf. But I do enjoy playing golf. And I really just enjoy just being in the outdoors and hunting and fishing and just playing anything with the ball or anything with some competitiveness in it. So I'm just have that competitiveness nature.
Connor, tell me what happened the other night after the game. There was several of your players. Y'all went out to right field, the right field rowdies out there. That's some students, y'all out there listening, that behind the right field wall out in right center. I heard you climbed the wall. Then what happened after that?
Well, I climbed the wall, and I was going to shake hands with my friends, and I stepped in the back of his truck, and not knowing I had spikes on, my feet came out from under me, and I hit my head on the tailgate. Ooh. But I was really just worked up in the moment, so I didn't know what I was doing at the time.
Coach, I saw you going out there. You going out to check on them?
No, I wasn't going out to check on them. I was going out there to tell those guys and girls that I appreciate them. They're that group. They support them the most at the school, so they're best friends with them. So I just let them know I appreciate them for staying.
That's a true pep rally for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Right field rowdies. That's a tradition that's been going on here for the last couple of years.
We're going to try to do some things in the future, maybe build a platform for them and everything out there, and try to build it big time.
Yeah.
So
build a porch out there like Tennessee's got.
We're thinking about it.
Let's go back to Blake Lowe. And Blake, what's your hobbies when you're not playing ball?
I like to fish sometimes, but I ain't that good at it. I just like going out there with the boys and just talking it up and just chilling, really. I don't think I've caught a fish since I was yay high, but it's fun. And then I like to play basketball a little bit, but that's about it.
What's it like playing for Coach Stacy?
I really like it. He really pushes you in the weight room, because if you're gonna go somewhere, you have to be in the weight room and be big. But he's just big on don't make the mental errors, because if you're aware of what's going on in the field, you'll be pretty good.
Coach Stacy, talk a little bit about Blake.
Man, it's kind of like what we talked about on his senior night, and you read it off for me. First got here, he was the first real Clinton player that I'd actually got to talk to. I actually took him and had him play with some kids that I was coaching for a travel team and from the Tri-Cities, and he just meshed on the very first day, got along with the kids and everything great. That COVID year, his sophomore year, he'd actually had a rotational fracture in his back, which is sounds not a big deal, but actually it's a pretty big deal. It happens a lot in youth sports. But it's very painful. It's anything you do, getting up in and out of a chair or anything like that. So to watch him go through that, and he actually had to be in a back brace and then have the season take away, it was almost like a breath of fresh air for him, but at the same time, he had to sit around at home with a broke back with nobody to talk to. So mentally, that's what we talked about earlier, seeing what he's become after that as a product of how well he's raised. His family's great people. They're very supportive of the guys and very friendly with all the guys. But it's just amazing to see where he's got to. He's got a whole lot of potential, and I can't wait to see what he does at the next level.
Ethan, you have any superstitions? Got any pregame rituals? Anything you do before the game?
I really, I guess I shouldn't say that, but I always go to the bathroom right before the game. Makes me like relieved.
There you go.
Then,
what's it like playing for Coach Stacy?
It's fun. He can make sure as we work always in shape. Like this year, I was probably in the best shape I've ever been, like running wise and working out, because he pushes us in the weight room hard, and me and Connor always go at it, who can get more, and that makes it even make us push each other even more.
Okay. Talk a little bit about Ethan.
I'm just so speechless. I'm glad God put him in the situation at our high school with us. And then to watch him go through his injury was heartbreaking, because I know how hard he'd worked all last year and through the summer to get to that point. It's just a freak accident in the practice. But he never missed a practice for football. He never missed a game for football. He'd worked his way all the way back where he was almost ready to play the last game of the season. And doctors had not released him fully yet, which was heartbreaking. If we got to the first round of the playoffs, he'd have been eligible. But he took that fire and led it over into baseball. And when he came out of football, he just worked his tail off. People don't realize when they come to the games, this kid's only played 2 years of baseball. And you look up and he's starting left field, or he's hitting in the lineup, or he's running bases. And it's probably the hardest sport to step into. That's not a knock on football or basketball, because I've played both. It's probably the most difficult sport because it's a skill sport to just step into, and you've never played it in your entire life, and step in and perform. He's got to edge up on some guys that his buddies with that might talk trash to him. They've played their entire life and haven't started games or performed in games, and he has. That's something he can take with him the rest of his life, and I couldn't be more proud of him for that.
Okay, Connor, you have any pregame rituals?
Not really. I mean, I really just, I couldn't say I do the same thing every day before a game. So
I like watching you play, and you bring a lot of intensity. Let's talk about that.
Yes, sir. I try to just do everything that I do 110%, and I just try and win every play.
What's it like playing for Coach Stacy?
I feel like me and him are kind of alike, just stepping out on the field and just having that competitive nature, because he don't like winning. I mean, he don't like losing, just like nobody else likes losing, or at least a lot of people don't. So I feel like that kind of brings us alike a little bit.
Talk about Connor a little bit here.
He just hit the nail on the head. He's the heart of Clinton. Everything he does has led this school to new heights. And like he said, just having similar attitudes. And I live by that quote, again, because I'm an A's fan, and one of my favorite quotes in Moneyball is, I literally hate losing more than I do like winning. And if any kid that's played for me, or they know that I'm fantastic in the school and fantastic probably before practice or after practice. Well, when game starts, it's sometimes unpleasant because that's how competitive I am. But I try to let that bleed into them so that they have the same passion too with whatever they do in life. If they go to have a job or go to college, they have the same passion to do that the best they can too. And I hope that that's what they learn, not just that it's a game, but they learn to have passion like that. And I speak from the heart. I think they know that. I'm very truthful.
You got a call? Let's take it. Go ahead, caller. You're on the locker room chat.
Yes, I'd like to just have Coach Stacy kind of go over his philosophy on scheduling. I know, you guys increased your wins by about 10 this year over last year.
Okay.
We cut out.
Well, thanks for calling in.
Yeah, so philosophy on scheduling. So that's a good question. Like last year, we had the 7th toughest schedule ranked in the state for our class. That was by metrics on a website. But we had a very young team. We had three juniors, couple sophomores, and about everybody else was a freshman. And I said, you know what, in order for this program to build and move on to the future, we are going to have to play tough teams so they understand what good baseball is and what quality baseball is and how to be tough and, get your teeth knocked in a little bit. I told them this the other night, when you get punched, you're going to go back on your heels, you're going to come forward on your toes and throw the next punch. And that's kind of like what our philosophy was for last year. Going into this year with our schedule, what we really try to do is is be heavy on the front of the weekend and heavy on the back of the weekend to kind of give us some middle ground to have practice time, which I thought was really killing us last season. The things that we were failing at, we weren't having time to work on them. And then really try to schedule some teams that did some things that are kind of unique that we needed to work on that helps us in district play or district championships. And I'll speak on Coach Kegley at Oliver Springs. A lot of people don't know Coach Kegley's a very well-respected coach in the coaching ranks, and he does the little things right. And these guys witnessed it firsthand at Oliver Springs. They'll bunt the baseball, they'll slash, they'll play the small ball correctly, and it's very hard to defend. And we needed to go against teams that do that, so we understand how to defend it. We played against Heritage and Robbie Bennett, just a very well-coached, hard-nosed bunch. They went over and got our teeth knocked in, but coming away from that, we realized that you got to play a little bit tougher. Playing against some of my other buddies that are friends with me, like Butch Chafin from Cookville. That's a future Hall of Fame coach in the state. He coaches for Team USA, and his team does everything from the time they get off the bus to the time that the last out's thrown to the time they walk on the bus. It's correct, whether it's their hat worn the correct way, their uniform worn the correct way. But I want our guys to see quality teams like that, and that's really where my philosophy on that is play against teams that are going to do things that are unique.
All right, Coach, we're getting up against it here a little bit, but I want to ask these guys some quick questions here, like some speed round questions. Connor, what's your favorite food? Blake?
Pineapple.
What was that?
Pineapples.
Pineapple, okay.
Chicken Alfredo.
Favorite restaurant, Ethan?
Probably Wasabi's.
Ruth Chris. Wasabi's.
Favorite toy as a child, Connor?
I think I had a dog toy. No, like a puppy dog.
I remember I had this one sticky paddle thing you could throw back and forth with my brother.
A Bobo paddle?
Probably Nerf guns.
Favorite music?
Probably The Baby.
It just depends how I'm feeling that day. I switch between country and a little bit of rap.
Yeah, it's definitely a mood thing. Like if I'm chilling, it's gotta be country, but like if I'm like in the zone, it's definitely rap.
All right, guys, go ahead and give a shout out.
I guess shout out to the basketball team for doing great this year.
Shout out to my mom and dad and Coach Stacy and Clinton baseball team and the community.
I'd like to give a shout out to my mom and dad for always being there, and then the Whitefield Rowdies for showing up no matter if we're winning or losing, and just really all the parents on the baseball team. They always there for us no matter the circumstance.
Well, guys, thank you for being here. 3 seniors for the Clinton Dragons, and good luck in the upcoming tournament, and wish you nothing but the best in the future.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll be right back and visit with the 4 more Clinton Dragons. So stick around when you're watching Locker Room Chat.
If you've been injured in an accident, let OEB Law fight for you. We will fight the insurance companies every step of the way. Call OEB Law today and turn your wreck into a check.
We treat you like family at RMG. Bring your junk, cars, aluminum cans. We'll buy it on the spot and we'll pay you a lot. We treat you like family at RMG. Yeah, we treat you like family at RMG. We treat you like family.
Rome Metals is located just off of Highway 27 between Herman and Rockwood.
At Roan Medical Center, we are committed to serving this community and providing the best possible care for our patients. We have 20 medical specialists on staff representing all areas of care in a clean and safe environment. You don't have to go out of town to receive excellence in outpatient services. So please don't delay. The care you deserve is right here, right now. For the moments of need, we are here for you.
Alexander Guesthouse Senior Living is Oak Ridge's secret to senior care. Our all-inclusive assisted living and memory care offers 24-hour care, medication management, laundry services, housekeeping services, and assistance with activities of daily living. At Alexander, we treat your loved ones like our loved ones. Our Jackson Suites are $2,000 a month. To schedule a tour, give us a call at 865-294-5489. Alexander Guesthouse, Oak Ridge's secret to senior care.
If you've been injured in an accident and you've been getting a cold shoulder, then let OEB Law put the insurance companies on ice. As many times as it takes. Call OEB Law and leave the icing to the professionals.
Welcome back in the locker room chat. We got about 10 minutes left in the show, and Walter, you got some news and notes?
Certainly. Jordan Jeffers has accepted the head coaching job at Anderson County High School. Jeffers left his alma mater, Scott County Highlanders, where he coached the last 6 seasons, and he had won 97 games, 66 of those in the last 3 seasons. He recently coached 4-year standout Trey Morrow, who's the 17th all-time leading scorer in TSSAA. And also, new coach at Wartburg, that being Joe Lane. He was the longtime coach at Wartburg in men's basketball. After 21 years, he is going closer to home. He's the new head coach at the Kingston Yellow Jackets. Lane has won 351 games at Wartburg during his distinguished career so far.
Right. Yeah, some new coaches in the area. So let's turn our attention back to these 4 juniors here. We got Andrew Wardshaw, Ethan Tinker, Eli Ellis, and Jackson Stiltner. And Jackson, start with you. Do you have any hobbies off the field?
I like playing video games with all my friends, especially Call of Duty with Logan and Burke. Those are 2 seniors that graduated last year. Mm-hmm. Sometimes James, he's a senior that graduated, but he has a wife now, so it's kind of hard for him to play with us. Mm-hmm. And then a little bit of golf.
Did you go to Oliver Springs originally? Did you ever go to Oliver Springs?
No, sir. I went to Norwood.
Norwood, okay.
Yes, sir.
Eli, what's your hobbies?
Just spending time with my friends, really. Not anything particular, just hanging out.
Mm-hmm. Ethan?
I just like hanging out with my friends, just doing fun stuff like fishing, hunting, going on the lake.
Since I moved here, hanging out with my brother and my mom so far, didn't say it was an enjoyable hobby, but that's my hobby so far.
Andrew, did you play a lot in North Carolina?
Well, COVID year was a big one. I didn't really play much before that, so coming into my junior year, I was really excited and ready to get after it, and transferring to Clinton was one of the best decisions I've ever made. Coach Stacy pushing me in the weight room, pushing me on the field, really made a big impact.
Ethan, what would you like to accomplish next year as a senior?
I'd just like to get a few offers in on me my senior year. I mean, I work hard every day because Stacy just pushes it, and he leads by example, and that's what I like. And I just got to work hard next year.
Like to play on the next level?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. What's your hobby? Well, I asked you that earlier. Let's go to Eli. Eli, talk about next season. What do you expect to accomplish? You like to play on the next level?
Yes, sir. That's what I'd like to do. So I'd like to, like Tink said, get a couple offers too. But team-wise, I think we have the same chances as we do this year. So I think we'll be maybe even better next year. So we'll see how it goes.
Jackson?
Same as what those 2 said. Try to get a couple offers. Love to play baseball at the next level. But team-wise, we're going to have a solid team next year. We're losing 3 of our seniors. But overall, I think we'll be able to accomplish a lot of goals that we have set. and possibly make the regionals. So we'll see how it goes.
Coach Stacy Wood, just quickly, just talk about these guys as a whole, these juniors.
I just enjoy not just coaching them, to see them at school every day. This group, you know, they've learned from the seniors that they've had. The seniors that we've had are a little bit more of my side of being funny. This group right here is more of my side of being serious. Now they have their times where they joke up and they crack up, but more of the time they're the serious side, and they're actually the ones I talk to quite a lot because they're in a game, and they know that because that's how I am during a game. And then Connor and Blake and Ethan are more the joking around, kind of fun, cutting upside that you need to have in life, and I enjoy talking to them in school and outside of baseball a ton. So kind of keeps me both on my toes. It's a little bit of, you know, slice of heaven to have all of them with us. So
definitely got a good crop coming back next year. Walter?
Got a great balance there, for sure. Let's see, I guess about you guys, what are your thoughts as you head into the district and regional tournaments, and who do you think will be the top teams to take on, and who's been your biggest rival this year?
So I think going into districts, we're obviously looking forward to our first game, and that's our big focus is Anderson County on Friday night. So after that, we'll focus on going on. Obviously, Halls is going to be a top team in our district, so we'll see what it's like moving on after that. But a big rival for us, I'm kind of new to this school, so I don't really know the traditions, but obviously AC is a big game for us. So, and you know, there was a lot of people there and a lot of hype around that game, so that's what I would say.
I asked you, Jackson, what's your plans after graduation? I know you're just a junior, just looking down the road.
Well, depending on like baseball and everything, school-wise, if I don't take the baseball route, I'm trying to do occupational therapy, and I plan on trying to do 2 years at Rome State and then going to a 4-year university like Milligan, UT, you know,
okay,
whatever I can get.
Got about 2 minutes left. Eli, your plans after graduation? I know you're just a junior, but you want to play ball?
Yeah, I like to play ball, and I've not really thought about much major.
Ethan?
I'm going to go to a 4-year university. Hopefully, I go there off my a baseball offer because I want to play ball at the next level, and I'm going to go to school for business.
Okay. Andrew?
I take education as the most important factor in my college decision, but I do hope to play baseball somewhere in my future.
Andrew, favorite food?
Ramen noodles. Can't beat them.
Ethan?
Definitely wings.
Eli?
I'm going to say pizza.
Steak.
Favorite restaurant?
Outback.
Wasabi's.
Yeah, wasabi's.
Out of the ones I know here, Golden Girls.
There we go.
Favorite toy as a child?
Probably my television. I spend a lot of time watching TV.
Ethan?
I had a G.I. Joe character.
Probably baseball.
Nintendo DS.
And Jackson, go ahead and guys give a shout out.
Shout out to my mom and dad for always believing in me, and all my family and friends.
I just like to thank my family, friends.
Shout out to mom and dad and the Clinton community.
Shout out to my mom and brother. I know y'all watching this, and shout out to the seniors for bringing me into Clinton.
10 seconds, Rob. Thank you for being here. And
I appreciate it, Sleepy.
Walter. And,
Thank you very
good
much.
luck. Guys, good luck. And we'll see you next week on the Locker Room Chat.